Okay, so I noticed that there was a trend circulating last week where multiple people were making the argument that if you want to rethink your mindset about content creation, you have to replace the word algorithm with audience when you're self-valuing your own content. Here's why that's the problem. Not everything that everyone interacts with is content of actual quality. I'm talking about engagement bait. Now, what is engagement bait, you might ask? Well, have you ever seen those posts about people looking for smaller VTubers to raid, or wondering what you would do if you saw that they had followed you? You know, things like that. Now, how engagement bait works is that those people aren't actually looking for smaller VTubers to raid or looking to know what you would do if they had followed you. What they're looking for is interactions on their posts. And that's important because the more interactions on that post, the more people that post get shown to. The more people that post get shown to, the more interactions on the post. It's an infinite loop. Now, why people interact with those kind of posts is because everyone in the creator space who is aspiring for growth is always looking for some sort of acknowledgement. And usually the acknowledgement comes in the form of numbers, whether it's followers, viewers, subscribers, etc. And it's usually the people who are overly ambitious in their quest for growth who are the first to jump on any opportunity they see, often without thinking it through. It's the same kind of blind ambition that leads to some people making some rather questionable financial investments. And the most that anyone who interacts on those posts are actually going to get is usually just a like on their comment. Because if you look at the accounts that post them, for some of them who have like, tens of thousands of followers and maybe only a couple of hundred following, they aren't going to be following shit. Because the algorithm actually favors those who have a lot of people following them but aren't following a lot of people themselves, and actually punishes those who are following a lot of people but don't have a lot of followers on their end. But back to the original point. So the original premise is that the algorithm isn't the problem. Your content just sucks. Well, maybe your content does suck. And with that, I can't help you. But there's also the importance of timing, because good content posted with bad timing will perform just about as well as bad content posted with good timing. What is good timing, you might ask? Well, to be honest, I don't really know. But here's a few things that you can look out for that might help you determine that yourself. Now, this is going to be specifically in relation to Twitter, or X, as they're trying to call themselves now. But most people, when they're looking at a post, are usually only looking at these three things: the comments, the likes, and the retweets. They're not usually looking at this, which is the viewer count. And this is what's important, because the viewer count determines just how many people see your post in total, regardless of whether or not they interact with it. And of course, if people can't see your post, well, then they can't interact with it. You can't get those likes, comments, and retweets. And the problem with the initial argument is that it assumes that because your content doesn't have numbers, then it's automatically bad, even if that's because nobody saw it. So what exactly can you do to fix that? Well, to be honest, I don't really have an answer for you, because I'm still trying to figure that one out myself as well. But when in doubt, you can always hop on that good old VTuber support chain, because no account should have less than 5,000 followers, am I right? So now I'd like to know what you thought of this video. If you agree, let me know in the comments. If you disagree, let me know in the comments. And if you feel some other way entirely, well, feel free to let me know in the comments as well. I'm Nyanko Punko Tanko, wishing you all a wonderful rest of your day, and ciao from you.